The Detroit Grand Prix returns to downtown tomorrow. Dozens of drivers will be racing through the city.
Oh, it is exciting. And joining us this morning, we have IndyCar drivers Stingray Robb and Jack Harvey. Thank you both for joining us here this morning. We're so excited to have you. I know that you both just got into Detroit not too long ago. How's it been so far? You can feel the excitement.
It's building. I mean, I think there's a good energy around the race. I mean, I think Detroit is obviously it's a huge car city. So very excited, and just honestly makes sense that IndyCar is racing here, and especially after the race moved from Belle Isle to downtown Detroit. I mean, it's a fantastic vibe, and just excited to be here. Yeah,
it's so nice to have it right in the center of the city. Now, Stingray, you're a rookie on the circuit this year. How has that been? How's the learning curve been for you moving up to this level?
Yeah, so this is actually my second year in IndyCar, but I've been in Detroit multiple times now, and it's a great race. I think moving into downtown is a very interesting choice just because the street circuit is a very unique style compared to Belle Isle was. Belle Isle kind of followed the natural terrain of the island there, whereas now we're like in the streets. I mean, we're dodging manhole covers, but it makes it interesting. And I think for me as a rookie last year, it was a bit of a surprise because it was a new car, new track, and man, was I surprised.
Yeah.
When we arrived here, and we go down to turn 1, which is that long Jefferson Avenue, into the hairpin. It got pretty tight down there at the end, but that's what makes IndyCar so much fun.
And now you know for this year, right?
That's
right.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, you mentioned, dodging manhole covers. Talk to us a little bit about some of the differences, the key differences when you talk about Belle Isle versus being out on the street.
I mean, essentially, they're both street circuits. So what does that mean? It's people will be able to drive their everyday car around them when obviously we're not here racing, so you're driving between concrete barriers on public roads. So going down Jefferson, as Stingray said, dodging manhole covers, but also trying to find the path of the least amount of bumps, because I have to admit Jefferson was bumpier than what I initially anticipated, and that dictated actually quite a lot of our setup. But then one of the interesting things about street circuits, outside of just the fact that you don't want to become friends with the concrete walls that we mentioned. There's also a lot of different tarmac surfaces, from concrete to asphalt, etc. So in terms of setting up the car, it is really very challenging because surface is different corner to corner.
Stingray, I want to go back into your past. I read that you knew you wanted to be a race car driver when you were 3 years old. How do you know anything when you're 3 years old?
Well, I knew my name was Stingray, and that was enough for me. That tells the story a little bit about my name. My parents were big Corvette fans, so I grew up going to drag races, autocross events. I actually took my first steps at a Corvette Club meeting. So there was no hope for me. I was not going to be an accountant, because who would trust their money as an accountant named Stingray?
That's true.
That's just a bad idea.
Yeah, that's your legal name, we should point out. Yeah, because a lot of people are like, Stingray, who is this guy? I'm like, hey, it's his legal name.
Yeah, it's funny. I have the correct badge on my chest, I'll say, with a Chevrolet. So I got to keep my name. And last year I was in a Honda, and we were joking around saying my middle name was going to have to be changed to Civic or something. So I'm glad that I have a bow tie on now, because that way I can keep my name as it is.
Smart move.
Well, we're glad you kept it too. So what do you look forward to most when you come to a city like Detroit to race?
I mean, every track is different. Every track has really unique qualities. I think last year coming to Detroit and it being downtown was fun because it was the first time we've done that in a very long time. So one of the things I'm excited about this year is it's got a little bit of those new feelings that give you anxiety, or a little bit of pre-anticipation.
There's lots of mystery.
Yeah, now we know, so it feels like we can actually come here. We have a little bit of a better idea with what we want from the setup of the car. In terms of being downtown, there's a few restaurants that I really like going to. One of them's a Sweetwater Tavern, excellent wings. Went to Mott's.
Oh yeah, for pizza.
Pizza was good. So I mean, one of the things I think most people enjoy about being in a street circuit downtown is you enjoy the track, but then you also get to enjoy the city. And I think we'd both agree we're very, very lucky with what we get to do as a job. However, the weekends like this are fun because a lot of the crew guys, everybody involved, get to really go out and explore and have a good time as well. So
it's not too often you can walk from your hotel to the paddock.
This is true.
Yeah.
Pretty nice.
Everything's nice, centrally located there. Also, Jack, no bakeries? I heard you're a big baker. What are you, sponges and shortbreads?
Yeah, I can do all of that. I love it. Yeah, I don't know exactly when that hobby started, but it's been a pretty good one, to be fair.
Baking and racing. Yeah, it's an interesting combination.
Not ones that you think normally go well together, but actually, yeah, they kind of work.
Well, you'll have to hit a few bakeries while you're here, too.
Where do you suggest?
Oh, you've got to hit Canal. You got to try it out.
Okay.
And yes.
All
All right, racing by day,
downtown.
bakeries at night.
Bakeries at night.
Thanks a lot for
Yeah.
joining us today. Really appreciate that. The Detroit Grand Prix kicks off downtown tomorrow.
IndyCar drivers Stingray Robb and Jack Harvey, we thank you both so much for being here with us. We appreciate it.